Hey guys, welcome back to the Rookie Talks podcast. My name is Healy.
My name's Cooper.
We've just had our new shirts arrive, so head over on to Mid-Mile Apparel and check them out. We'll tag him in the link below. But for today, we've got Toby Sexton on, so let's get into it.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for having me today. Appreciate it.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm going good. Been cruising, but back at training and that, which is good, and back to a bit of normality, which I'm loving.
How is it back at training?
Yeah, it's good. I think it's our 7th week back now. It's good. It was tough being bloody in quarantine, not allowed to do much because we're still under strict protocols. We're not really allowed to leave the house unless it's for training purposes or the required accessories and that, which is, it gets tough at times, but it's good to be back around all the boys and that.
Yeah, sweet.
Good stuff.
All right, well, we'll start off so everyone can know a bit about you. If you can just sort of start where you come from and where you're at now.
My name's Toby Sexton. I grew up on the Gold Coast. I played all my junior footy on the Gold Coast. I attended Palm Beach Caroma State High through my whole high schooling career, and I finished up there last year, graduated from there, and I'm at the Titans now. That's probably where I'm at the moment.
Yeah, right, sweet. So how did you find living on the Gold Coast, growing up
there? Yeah, it's unreal. I was born in Brisbane, but I moved to the Gold Coast when I think I was around 2 years, and yeah, it doesn't get much better places than the coast, I reckon, the location and then. Yeah, it's been unreal growing up here, and all the beaches and that, and you always find something to do. You're never bored around here.
Do you surf at all?
No, I can't surf to save myself. I tried it at school. We did it as a school subject, but man, I was shocking. I got no coordination for surfing.
It's not for everyone. Hey, you can play footy, so it's all good.
Yeah.
And so you went to what school was it? Sorry.
Palm Beach Caroma, PBC. I went there my whole high school and life there, which was unreal.
How was it? And they play a bit of footy.
Yeah, it's probably. I think it's one of the biggest rugby skills in Australia. It's pretty good. We played junior footy all the way through from grade 8 through to grade 12, and yeah, it's massive there. And I think it's one of the biggest sports at Palm Beach as well, because it's hard as well because there's so many different sports that they don't really focus necessarily on the one sport. They've got such a different range of sports, but I think rugby league's the best one there.
Yeah,
the biggest at least.
Yes.
I saw there was a TV show on a couple of those schools in that sort of comp you guys in with Kebra and sort of things.
Yeah.
It was cool. It's also the background that you guys have. I know, especially I've seen people from like surfing be a big time for Palm Beach too. But it's a cool school, man. I see a lot of good people come out of it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. There's a whole different range of people, whether it's soccer or rugby league or surfing, that they always seem to produce pretty good sportsmen there, which is a good thing. I loved it there as well. It was unreal school.
Yeah, mad. And so how'd you find the competition there? So obviously playing against Kebra.
Yeah, they were probably our biggest rivalry team coming through the ranks. I remember they were okay coming through the ranks. It was more Coomera that was the best side coming through that we kind of played. But then when you get to the senior kind of competitions, they were always our biggest rivalry. And I remember my first year at Opens we played, and they had a stack side. They had like Payne Haas and Tom McKaylee and Dave Fafita all in the one side, and I was only 16 then, and I was looking, I was like, man, this is crazy. And just given the opportunity to play against them was unreal. Let alone we didn't beat them that year. We got pumped, I think, but it was just unreal to play them and see where they are now.
Yeah, but then forward pack like that, hey.
Fuck. We were thinking kickoff. Like, who do we kick off to? It was bloody. We were just thinking go short to the hooker or something, or try something different rather than go on one of them.
Go and learn how to sort them out.
Yeah, they had a pretty stacked side, and they had who else? They had Tanner Boyd and that as well. So they're pretty stacked across the park. I think that was the year they won the national final. So
that was 2017. Is that right?
So, 2017. Yeah,
I 2017. Kebra Park's highlight video for that 2017.
It was. I got lucky because when the first time I played, and they had all their top players out, but they still beat us. So they had like Fafita and everything out. I was saying, mate, it's unreal. We might have a chance here. We still get pumped.
Still got up on you. That's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Did your school ever go down to the national competition while you were there?
Like win it?
So you go to it, is that right?
Yeah. So like it's like you play. It's different. It's like so you play all round games here. You'll play like 5 round games, and then you go into like in term 3, you go into like a knockout stage where you versus all the teams in your comp, and then like all the teams from up north will come down.
Yeah.
And then you play that, and then you go through that. It ends up being like another 4 rounds, and then you'll versus a Sydney team in the final. When we were lucky enough to win in 2018, and we played Patrician Brothers Blacktown in the final.
Yep.
And we played them, but it's pretty hectic. It's a hectic experience if you can go all the way through and win it. It's pretty. Yeah,
winning a competition like that would be insane.
Oh, it's massive. It's the biggest thing. It's like the pinnacle of school footy. It's if you win that, and we won it, and Palm Beach Currumbin, like our school hadn't won one in 10 years.
Yeah, okay.
So it was enormous, and we won it. We had because school footy, rugby leagues. Like I've been watching some of the union stuff, and like they get mad crowds there, and then like rugby league is not necessarily like as big as what the union is.
Yeah.
But I remember for the final, we got like half our school there, and it was massive to win in front of them and see them. And we had would have had like 40 teachers or something to come as well, and it was up at Redcliffe, and it was unreal. It was something
there a
I'll
bit
never
of
forget.
What was the reception from the school like when you sort of got back? Everyone was pumped?
It was unreal. We weren't really at school much after that. Everybody having a good time all together. But I remember the next day we came in and all the boys weren't in a great state, and we came into school and we were bloody kings at school. We were just walking around all day. I don't think anyone went to class at all. We were just walking around, just soaking it all up. And it was unreal the vibe you got from everyone. It was a pretty special moment. Yeah,
that'd be insane.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Talk us through that final game. What was the final score?
20-12. We had the best start. We were up 14-0 and going into the second half, and they had Stephen Crichton, the fella at Panthers, and he kind of ran amok a bit in the second half. We got 14-12, and they put 2 tries on us, and we were in all sorts. And then the wind was going like that strong against us, and then we kicked off, and then it went to 10, but came back and it bounced. And we thought it was going to be a penalty, and so one of our players picked it up, and he called play on it, and it just all changed from that. And then we ended up winning 20-12, and
wow.
Yeah, it was because we stayed up there the night before up at Redcliffe, and that was mad with all the boys and that, because it's all your best mates you get to experience it with, and you come through your whole high school career with them, and to be able to do what you do with your best mates and win that, it was unreal.
Yeah, it would have been tough. You would have had a lot of momentum going against you, hey, in that second half.
Oh, when they put two tries on us within 5 minutes, and we were in all sorts. I thought, oh no, this can't be happening. And then we got that luck of the bounce, and then it just all seemed to fall our way after that.
Changed the game. Oh, that's good, hey.
Yeah, no.
That's sweet.
All right, when the final whistle blows, best moment ever.
Oh, that was something else. I remember we all were in the middle, and one fellow in our team fell over. We all just jumped on him, and then we saw our crowd, like all our schoolmates in the grandstand, and they were all bloody cheering. And we looked at each other like, "Let's go!" And then we all ran and jumped into the grandstands, and they're all like cuddling us and bloody. Some of them kissing us. You're like, "What the heck's going on here?" And it's like, man, you just see all their excitement on their faces, and then we come on and do the after the games ceremony and that, and then we lift the trophy, and next minute everyone's coming in on the field, and you got like 1,000 kids coming at you. It's like, oh, I'll never forget the moment. It was unreal. It was something pretty special.
Nice.
It's unreal.
So good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So you're with the Titans now. Do you want to talk us through the process of coming up when they saw you when when you decided that was the club you were going to? And
yeah, well, I coming through the ranks, I didn't really make many rep teams. I wasn't the most talented kid coming through the ranks, and all my junior footy I just played locally. I didn't really get much opportunity to make many rep teams then.
Yep.
At 15s, Bulldogs gave me like a little sign-off contract where I'd go down there like 3 times a year for like 4-day training camps when I was 15 and 16 and that. And that was unreal because I've never really been exposed to that kind of professional environment, and just to go down there and see all the senior players and train like what they train like. And I really took a lot out of that. And that was like kind of the stage where I was at, where I kind of started to take footy seriously in a way.
yeah,
And like, because that one person gave me an opportunity, and then I did that for 3 years or so, and then I still didn't make many rep teams coming through. And then last year I kind of had a breakout year in a way, and I don't know, everything just seemed to fall in my way. And I think it was a pretty straightforward decision for me. And then Titans offered me something that I was pretty happy with, and I thought it was a pretty straightforward decision for me. Growing up on the coast, I didn't really want to leave the coast, and I thought it was a new kind of era coming through for the Titans as well, with all the new coaching staff. And I wanted to be a part of it because I think it's a pretty passionate area around here, and footy's massive here, and I wanted to be part of it. Hopefully, the change of the Titans.
Yeah. So, well, it's been a pretty tough 364 days up until that.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what I said. I've only just been here this year, so I was always a Broncos supporter coming through the rank. Like my whole life, I loved the Broncos.
Good stuff.
I loved them, and then I've changed pretty quickly to the Titans this year. So I didn't really worry about it last year, but this year it's been pretty tough for them, especially their first 3 performances. Because you go through the whole preseason and you think you can't really judge anything, but you think you're going well, and all the boys are training the house down. You think the performances will show, but the first 3 rounds didn't really necessarily go our way. But it's good to finally show some results with the performances and that. Yeah. Especially last week's.
Yeah, well, they're looking a lot better now than probably last year. So.
Yeah, no. Yeah, well, Justin's he's unreal, the new coach, and he puts a big emphasis on just like the effort areas and that, rather than focusing all like the other stuff of the game. He just tries to narrow everyone's focus, which is, I think it's proven to be pretty good.
Yeah, sweet. So
that's sort of what you do with the Titans. You said like you train with some of the other boys, like the top tier,
yes,
now and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'm on a rookie contract, which is it's pretty good. It's you train full time and that, and like if we're in normal situations right now, I'd train full time, and then I'd go back to club footy like everyone else does for the captain's run, and then I'd play with Tweed on the weekend.
Yep.
And then, but apart from that, I'm full time in at Titans, which is pretty good, and it just depends on where you're at on the weekend, whether you're playing first grade or at Tweed.
Yeah, all right. And how are you finding it at Tweed?
Yeah, it's good. I like it because I've played all Maninga and that through Tweed, and they've got a pretty good association with Palm Beach Karama, the school.
Yep.
Like, there's a lot of the ex-players there teach at PBC, and they're all our school coaches. So I thought it was pretty straightforward to go to Tweed, and we played Maninga and that through there. And yeah, I love it. It's good because you get all the boys from school as well there, so you're pretty comfortable there straight away.
Yes, sweet. Is there many of those boys that you play with also sort of in the Titans squad?
There's actually only like one. There's one of them good mates, but
wow.
The rest of them just play all local footy. They just play local footy. Some of them are still trying, and the other one, who was the other one? Tommy Dearden. Yep. He was the other one I played with. He was my halves partner at school, so he's at Bronx now. But apart from that, they're all just playing local footy and getting on with their lives.
That's crazy. There's so much talent in that team, though. It's just
I know. That's what I thought. Yeah. I don't know. It's just some of them seem to be like that. They just live school footy when it goes through, but then when it ends, it's just, I don't know. I think they find their own path.
Yeah.
They're separate.
All right. Well, so you're chasing obviously you're chasing your debut in first grade.
Yeah.
You reckon you're far off?
I don't know. I think it's just a bit of a development stage for me. It's been my first year out of school. It's just, I've got a lot to learn, and looking at it now, I've got a lot to learn before I can even think of playing first grade yet. But I think that's obviously the goal, but I just got to keep working away at it and keep learning each day. That's a good thing about being at Titans and being in that professional environment. You're always learning every day, and I don't know, you're always open to new things. And I think I could be ready. Like if he asked me, I think I could play, but I don't know. I think I've still got a lot to learn and develop my craft and that before I can even think about playing.
Yeah. And so, who's your mentor at the Titans?
They're all good coaches there. But I like Jimmy Dimmick because he's been an ex 5'8", and he's had a pretty crazy career at the Bulldogs and Parramatta. And I don't know, I seem to go to him a lot because obviously we're similar positions, and I try to pick his brains and try to get as much information out of him as possible.
Yeah.
He was an unreal player, and I know he's pretty easy to approach as well.
Yeah, sweet. Sweet. All right. Coops, you got any questions?
Yeah, I got a few. Who first got you into playing footy?
I think mum and dad. I've always loved footy. I think I've grown up with a footy in my hand, buddy, ever since I was young, and always knew it was going to be a sport. But I don't know. I think it was just the norm as a young fella, just going out and I don't know. I've always wanted to play footy. I thought I'd give it a go as a young fella, and I don't know. I loved it straight away since the first game to now.
Yeah, and you said you played locally. So you've been on the Gold Coast your whole life, basically.
Yeah. I played at Burleigh Bears till I was around 13, I think it was, and then I moved to Crumman Eagles after that, and played from 14s through to 16s under Matty Guy there, which was pretty crazy. And then then I stopped that and just focused on my school footy after.
Yeah, sweet. Who was someone you looked up to growing up into the footy?
I had two. I had obviously Jonathan Thurston. I think he was everyone's idol.
Yeah.
I just liked him because I just finished actually reading his book, and his pathway through the NRL was pretty crazy. Like coming through the ranks, he always got overlooked due to whether it was his size or his ability. And I don't know, I thought I could kind of relate with him. And then Bulldogs gave him his first opportunity, and from there he's kind of taken off. So I've kind of, I don't know, I think we can relate in a way with coming through the ranks. And then obviously my other one's Cooper Cronk. He's probably my favourite one. Just the professionalism and just the person he was often on the field, and his attention to detail with everything, I thought was pretty crazy. And I think he's probably my biggest idol coming through.
For sure. They're two really good people to look up to.
Yeah, no. Yeah, unreal.
Final one. Who's the funniest player you've ever played with?
Funniest? Probably, I think you've had it, Jack Howard. His common sense levels are shocking. He's so jokey. He's going to be the funniest one I've ever played with, I reckon. He's a cracker, Jeff. I remember we were playing. We're in Origin camp, and we were on the side, and we're at Suncorp Stadium watching the NRL Origin warm up and that, and we were watching, and all the boys were geeing up. They were saying, tomorrow I can't wait to whack these guys. And then Howie comes out of the side. He was like, I'm going to put the maddest right foot step on tomorrow. I was like thinking, he's playing front row and all he's thinking about is step. And I was like, what are you doing? He was so like adamant about it as well. What are you doing? That was gold. He was something else.
Yeah, you can gather that from talking to him. We had him on the podcast a while ago.
Yeah, he's an unreal footy player though. He's probably one of my favourite players I've ever played with as well.
Yeah,
he's a special talent.
Yeah,
sure.
That's a good story.
I remember it, and everyone was just looking at him, and he was so like serious about it as well. What are you doing? What are you saying? That was pretty funny.
Legend.
All right. I might start up a new. We used to do cut, start, bench, but I'm going to change it now. Spend a bit of time in the gym.
Yeah. At the moment, yeah, I'm trying to bulk up a little bit. It's not really paying out, but I try to.
All right, we'll get you 1 rep max for squats and bench.
Bench. 105. I'm shocking bench.
Oh, that's.
I'm shocking.
Decent, bro.
I'm shocking. What do we squat? Squat. 150.
Not bad numbers. I might start keeping a track of this and see who can.
I'm shocking in the gym. I'm the littlest there, so my results compared to some of the other boys are tiny.
Oh yeah, but you got to put it into the position perspective too.
Yeah. It's all you're pretty handy with our football, so I think it makes up for it.
I'm trying to work hard on it. In fact, some of them
thing,
look similar.
A lot of sort of your halves come out of school, halves and wingers and stuff like that come out of school, and they're like real good, but they're just not big enough because they haven't spent time.
Yeah, well, they put such a big emphasis on like gym and that. I remember my first 7 weeks, I weighed in. I started at 81.
Yeah.
And then by the first 7 weeks of preseason, I finished at 84, and I put 3 kilos on. I felt unreal, and it was like I've always tried to put weight on coming through, but I could never try keep it now, like back then. But now I'm able to put weight on and maintain it as well.
Yeah, because if you're going into playing like those big boys first grade boys, you need that weight behind you, otherwise you're just gonna get tired. Like.
Yeah, I know. But at the same time, like I got up to 85, but I was never comfortable at that weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I think you got to feel like you can put as much weight on as possible, but you got to feel comfortable as well and try and maintain all the other stuff.
Yeah, especially
at the same time.
In your position too.
Yeah, I know.
It's like your front rowers and second rowers and stuff. It's just the bigger and stronger, the better. But
yeah, you can't feel heavy in that.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta be feeling good within your body, which is I don't know. I think I feel it at the moment.
I reckon the most noticeable one for me was when Kalen Ponga debuted for the Cowboys, and he came out and was like this real like skinny, like lanky sort of thing.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and then the next year at the Knights is like a little bit bigger, and then the next year at the Knights is like proper filled out. And
I know. You notice the differences pretty soon as well. It's pretty crazy how they do it here, and you can put so much weight on so easily, and because they're massive on skin folds and that as well.
What's that?
Yeah, they're massive on skin folds.
Yep.
Like, so trying to maintain that. Like, so for me, I need to put on some more skin folds because I'm so bloody skinny. Yep. But then, like, some of the bigger boys, might need to put on weight but drop skin folds. So they kind of just need to find that balance with that.
Yeah, right.
Which is good because then all you're putting on is muscle. And
yeah, that's good. They keep real tight track of that.
Yeah, no, that's like every month. I think once a month. They're pretty strict with it.
Yeah, well, it stops you from possible injuries if you're in the right sort of weight category.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
For yourself. But...
Yeah, which is good.
And it'd just be good to have, like, that what you're doing is the right thing because you got all these people around you.
Yeah.
Saying, like, this is it.
Yeah. You put a lot of trust in them, like, straight away. Like, I didn't even know them, but you put so much trust into them straight away. They're all professionals and they all know what they're talking about because that's what they do that's their living and that's their job to try and make us better athletes and stronger and that. So I don't know, they do a pretty good job. They're pretty good at times, all the head of performance and the doctors and that there.
Sweet. They're all just supporting you.
Yeah, they are. through our
Hopefully
journey.
get a few more wins under your belt from the Titans.
Yeah, no, that's the goal now, and trying to back it up. It's no good putting one good performance in. They got to try and back it up. Who they got this week? They got Rabbits this week, so that'll be a tough little test, but hopefully they'll go all right.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, man. Well, thank you for your time.
Thanks, boys. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for jumping on.
All right, we'll be watching you closely, and good luck with the future.
Thanks, boys. You too.
See you later, man.